Hey everybody, it's Will here. Back at the Hive. This is Saturday the 12th. This will be my second inspection. The first inspection I went through, I was able to find a queen. On the last inspection, I put the feeders back on. My game plan for today is take the feeders off and the top box off, and because I don't think they're going to need that anymore. They certainly weren't using any of the sugar syrup the last time. So I'll get suited up and get the smoker going, and we'll get started. Okay, everybody, I got my smoker lit. Putting my gloves on, although they're pretty dirty gloves, and I'm gonna start getting into the hive here. I'm gonna try to be a little smarter about this than I was the last time. I kept having to walk around and get my smoker. This time I'm gonna try to make sure it's somewhere handy. So I'm going to set my smoker pan here, my hive tool, and I'll let the girls know that we're coming. All right. Hopefully they're in a good mood today. I don't know if you can hear them buzz a little louder when I smoke. Set my smoker down for a second. Adjust things here, and take the top cover off. See if this is stuck. Yep, that lid's stuck. So they've been putting propolis down. Oh, and they have been using the feeders. I am going to pull them out. I don't think we need them anymore. Hear them get loud. Pull this feeder out. Set it over here. Actually, I don't want to set it in front of the entrance. I'm going to set it away from the hive. Okay. Slowly get this one. Move it away. Hopefully moving these will reduce the chances of other bees trying to raid my hive. Okay, I'm going to move this box off now. All right, now we're down to the inner cover. See if this is stuck. Yeah, they glued this one on. Let's slightly try to pry it open. Feels like there's burr comb built up on it. Hopefully not. Yeah, there's a little bit of burr comb. I'm going to get that cleaned off now, maybe. Maybe try to smoke these off the board. Seems like the numbers are higher today, which is a good sign. Okay. Hear them get loud. Just realized I forgot my frame puller. There it is. Okay. Wow, it's warm today. Here it is. Find it. All right. I'm going to pull the first frame. See what's going on here. Well, I got bees starting to work on it on that side. Set the frame down here for now. Set my hive tool down and take a look at this frame. If it moves slow enough, hopefully they get out of the way of the hive tool. Set the hive tool down and pull this frame. Wow, this one's significantly heavier than it was the last time. It got bees working on the side and a whole bunch of drawn comb. Looks like honey stores, pollen stores. Kind of keeping an eye out for the queen one here. See some drone. That's good. So good, they're starting to work on these new frames. They're starting to draw comb out on that side. Yeah. Gently set this back in. And take a look at our next frame. I gotta remember to move slower. I'm gonna cause myself some problems. See, they're building up some burr comb in here. See how easy this is. That wasn't glued together too bad. And give me some room. You're hanging out. Pull this frame out a little bit. Set my hive tool down. Now this is a frame that came with the nuke. Look at all that capped brood in there. Chock full. They got capped honey in the upper right hand corner. Open brood on the side here. Okay, on this side, not as much capped brood, but there's capped honey on the corners. And I'm looking for the queen. And I don't see her. Let me double check this side. There's a bee there in the center of the frame, I think, with its head stuck in the comb. That's kind of cool. See some growing on this frame too, but I don't see the queen. Just gonna put this one down carefully. Give us some room to work. And I'm gonna try to clean up a little bit of this comb on the top of this frame. I need to remember to bring a can out here to put this wax in, because I can use this wax. Oh, didn't want to do that. Okay. Fix my smoker here for a second. All right, onto this frame. Okay. Move, girls. I need in there. Please move. Wow, this one's heavy. Looking for a queen. Tons of capped brood. This is again a frame that came with the nuke. It was towards the middle of the installation. I don't see her there. Let's see if she's on this side. Tons of capped brood there. That's a little worrisome. Queen cup started. Does that mean they need more room? Or was that there before and I just didn't notice it? All right, I'm gonna smoke these guys down a little bit. Give myself some work to room. They're hanging off the frame like a trapeze. Tons of brood, cap brood. Pollen. Sorry, I got silent there for a second. I got sweat in my eye. And when you're wearing a veil, it's not like you can wipe your eyes. I still don't see the queen, but there's no one going that way. So we're 5 frames in, halfway through. Okay. Come on, buddy. I can't get a good grip. Okay. Saw there's big domed cells there. They're drone. I'm looking for the queen. Don't see her here. Don't see her anywhere here. Tons of capped brood, cleaned out cells, open brood. I don't know if you can see the white glistening in there. It's open brood. Looks like some eggs. Double check for the queen again. Okay, so far no sign of her. Sounds like someone's tuning their car up or something. I don't know what they're doing over there. Looking for my queen. Plenty of brood. Capped honey in the corners. That whole thing's almost closed brood. There, I don't know if you can see in the center frame, it looks like a brood that's about either in the process of being capped or about ready to emerge. I think it's in the process of being capped. You can just see this white little nose thing sticking out. No sign of the queen. Okay. Try to give myself more room to work. Okay, so that was the last frame that came with the nuke. So now we're on to the new frames. Pollen, 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 and honey, honey, honey. All over. And They got a good start on the drawing the comb out over here. But still no sign of the queen. Okay, they're just starting to explore this one. See little itty bitty bits of pollen. They just got loud. And I don't know why. Bothers me I didn't see my queen, but I did see uncapped, very small brood, so she was in here a few days ago. Okay, and they quieted down, which is good. I'm not going to actually search for the queen anymore. I'm just happy I'm seeing young brood in there. And I don't want to stay in the hive too long. The one thing I would want to check today too is I want to pull the bottom board cover, or the bottom, I'll show you in a second. I don't know what you call it. Yep. Enough space. Try putting this frame in again. All right, so there's a board on the bottom of underneath the bottom board. I'm gonna try to push this through. There we go. And check it. For any signs of mites. Varroa mites are an epidemic with bees right now. And these boards are supposed to help you monitor their numbers. I'm looking real close. Sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm trying to look to see if I can see any mite. and I don't see any that stand out. And looking for these things through a veil, I have to say, I think is hard. All right, so I'm gonna shake the board off, slide it back in. I'm gonna move my tools over here now. Now again, I'm not planning on putting the feeders back on, which means I don't need that empty box. I'm gonna put this food back in there just in case they want it, which means I'm not using this board at all right now. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And I'm also not going to use this box at all, so I'm going to carry these out with me today. And once they start, I'm thinking once they get this frame drawn, fully drawn, and this one fully drawn, I'm gonna put the second box on. But for now, I think I'm good with the one box. Yep. Okay. Smoke them down so I don't smush any inadvertently. Put the inner cover on. Trying to slide it nice and smooth to give them time to get out of the road. Get that lined up. Clean up the outer cover here a little bit. You would. Come on. There you go. There we go. I think that will finish up my hive inspection for today. Seem to be doing good. I'll watch them at the entrance for a little bit here before I go. Make sure they're doing what they're supposed to. And it looks like they already are. So that's good. So get this stuff out of the way. And wrap this up. I'll put my smoker away, carry these boxes out, pack up my camera gear, and call it a day. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Went through the hive. I removed the two feeders and the deep box that was protecting the feeders. I also had another cover in there to put the feeders on, so I pulled that off. Seems like every time I want to record, this guy's revving his engine over here. I'm not sure what that's all about. Apologies. I didn't see the queen today, but I'm not too awfully worried because I saw some really small open brood. Like they almost like they had just hatched from the eggs. So she's has been in there in the last few days. I'll look more carefully for her the next time I do an inspection. So in the meantime, I'm going to wrap it up, and you guys have a great day.